we need to talk about the disappearing act. You know exactly what I mean. It's that sinking feeling you get around the 28th of the month. You make a decent salary. On paper, you should be fine, maybe even thriving. But you look at your checking account, and it's hovering near zero. Again. You are not crazy, and you are definitely not alone. The latest data shows that 77% of workers, nearly 8 out of 10 people you pass on the street, cannot handle a 1-week delay in their pay. 1 week. That is the difference between normal life and total catastrophe. In 2026, the game has changed. Necessities cost significantly more than they did just a few years ago. The margin for error has vanished. If you are just winging it with your money, you will lose. So, here is the question that defines your next decade. Is your money flowing through your hands like water, or is it building a dam for your future? Today, we are fixing the leak. We are going to build the 2026 Paycheck Flowchart. This isn't generic advice. This is a precise order of operations, a tactical checklist for every single dollar that hits your account, from survival to wealth. Let's get to work.
Step 1. The treading water phase. Before you invest, before you save for a vacation, before you buy a latte, you do this. Pay every minimum payment on every debt you have, immediately. Why? Because this isn't about progress yet. It's about survival. Missing a single payment in 2026 is devastating. It destroys your credit score, and in this economy, your credit score isn't just a number, it's your passport. It dictates your insurance premiums, your ability to rent an apartment, and increasingly, even your job prospects. If you miss a payment, you are bleeding out. Stop the bleeding. Now here is step 1.5, the secret weapon. Automate everything. Research shows that willpower is a depleting resource. By Friday afternoon, your brain is tired. You will make bad decisions. Take 15 minutes today, right after this video, and set every single bill to autopay for the minimum amount. Remove willpower from the equation. If you rely on remembering to pay your bills, you are planning to fail. Let the computers handle the boring stuff so you can focus on the offense.
Step 2. The operating room. This is where you keep the lights on and the body alive. Action. Calculate your monthly operating budget with extreme precision. We use the 50-30-20 framework here. 50% of your take-home pay should cover your needs. Rent or mortgage, utilities, basic groceries, not the fancy steak, the basic fuel, transportation. If your needs cost more than 50% of your income, you are in the danger zone. You either have a spending problem or, more likely in 2026, an income problem, but you need to know the number. Here is the pro tip for 2026, the buffer zone. Keep your necessities money in your checking account, but add a permanent $300 to $500 buffer. This money does not exist to you. It is a ghost. Its only job is to sit there and prevent overdraft fees when the electric bill comes in $40 higher than expected because of a heat wave. This buffer kills spreadsheet anxiety. It stops you from checking your balance in a panic at the grocery checkout line.
Step 3. The Fortress. Step 3. Build the Fortress. Action. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. I know, this is boring advice, but let me give you the 2026 math on why this is actually an investment hack. Do not leave this money in a standard checking account. The average big bank pays 0.39% interest. That is insulting. You need a high-yield savings account, or HYSA. In the current rate environment, HYSAs are paying 10 to 12 times what regular banks pay. Look at this math. On a $15,000 emergency fund, a regular bank gives you enough for a decent dinner, about $58 a year. A HYSA gives you over $600 just for letting your money sit there. That is free money. If you don't have a HYSA, you are voluntarily donating interest to the bank. Stop doing that. This fund is your fortress. It protects your investments. When the car breaks down, you don't have to sell stocks or use a credit card. You just lower the drawbridge, pay the mechanic, and raise the drawbridge again. Step 4. The Wealth Engine. Now we switch from defense to offense. Step 4 is the Wealth Engine. Action. Contribute to your 401k or workplace retirement plan. But, and this is crucial, only contribute up to the match for now. The employer match is the only guaranteed 100% return on investment you will ever find. If you put in 3% of your salary and your boss matches 3%, you have just doubled your money before it even hit the market. There is no crypto, no stock picking, no real estate deal that beats a guaranteed 100% return with zero risk. If you are not taking the match, you are literally working for less money than your offer letter stated. The 2026 401k limit is $24,500. You don't need to hit that max yet. We have debts to kill first, but you must get the match. That is non-negotiable.
Step 5. The debt kill shot. Step 5. The debt kill shot. Action. Attack all high-interest debt. I define high interest as anything above 15% APR. Usually, this means credit cards. Let's look at the math again. The stock market, historically, returns about 8% to 10% per year. Your credit card is likely charging you 24% to 29%. Paying off a 24% credit card balance is the mathematical equivalent of finding an investment that guarantees you a 24% return. That doesn't exist on Wall Street. The best investment you can make right now is destroying that debt. Strategy. You have two choices here. The avalanche method, mathematically superior. You list debts by interest rate, highest to lowest. You attack the 29% card first. This saves you the most money. Or the snowball method, psychologically easier. You list debts by balance, smallest to largest. You kill a $500 debt just to feel the win. In 2026, I prefer the avalanche. Interest rates are too high to play games. Kill the highest rate first. Be ruthless.
Steps 6 and 7. Expansion and offense. Once the toxic debt is gone, you arrive at steps 6 and 7. This is where you get rich. Step 6. Max out your Roth IRA. Why Roth? Because you pay taxes now and the growth is tax-free forever. In a future where taxes are likely to go up, tax-free income is the holy grail. Step 7. Income expansion. Here is the hard truth about 2026. Relying on one income source is a high-risk strategy. It's like driving a car with no spare tire. I want you to spend 15 minutes a day learning a skill that can build a second income stream. I don't care if it's consulting, content creation, coding, or carpentry. If you can add just $1,000 a month to your income and throw that entire amount into this flowchart, you shave decades off your retirement date. The Morning Money Minute. So how do you stick to this? You use the Morning Money Minute. Every single morning while the coffee is brewing, take 60 seconds. Open your apps. Check your checking balance. Check your credit card balance. Check your investment balance. You aren't making moves, you are just looking. This normalizes the numbers. It removes the fear. It reminds your brain that this is a priority. What you measure, you manage. Closing. Look at this chart. Wealth is not a mystery. It isn't magic. It isn't luck. Wealth is simply the boring discipline of handling money correctly every single time it arrives. It is about building that dam, brick by brick, until the reservoir is so deep that you never have to worry about a drought again. You can do this. You just have to follow the flow. Start today. Do step 1.5. Automate your bills. Then come back and tell me in the comments that you did it. Thanks for watching. Keep building.